Good afternoon, everyone. The usual players calling for EPA to regulate large dairy and hog farms. Oh, but wait, this large amount of animals together under the solar farms? Solar sheep, they're okay. Carbon market for farmers not to plant their acreage, far below expectations. The new USDA Stewardship program wants to permanently remove up to 40 million acres of farmland. Talk about downsizing. Once replanted in the Rural Energy for America program, never goes back. Off limits in perpetuity. 1.6 billion. Oh, wait, let me raise that to 1 trillion tree initiative. World Economic Forum. 1t.org. These trillion trees, do you think there'll be any fruit and nut trees for us to get free food? New studies show that by the time people reach their middle ages, the body often produces less than half of the collagen it did in their youth. Collagen is the main building block in our skin, making up 70 to 80% of it. This is why we get sagging skin and wrinkles as we age. If you want to look younger, you must supplement collagen, which will improve your skin's elasticity, make it smoother, more plump, and more youthful looking. That's why Ageless Multi-Collagen provides 5 key types of collagen you need from 4 different sources, essential to optimally support an array of full-body benefits. No odor, no taste, no clumping, unlike other collagen supplements. And this is why I recommend Health with Adapt 2030. Ageless Multi-Collagen, and look at that, I need another bag already. Quick way for youthful appearance. Use the link in the description box below for 51% off my favorite Ageless Multi-Collagen. And now on with the video. Welcome to Shake Your Head Sunday. Petition calling for EPA regulation of large dairy and hog farms. Prevent catastrophic and irreversible climate change, say the groups that you've heard of again and again and again and again. Yet these types of large herds, sheep under solar farms, they're just fine. Not a peep, not a whisper. But the petition asks the EPA to reject the burning of factory farm gas, methane collected to produce electricity. Nope, farms can't have their own electricity. They can only step back into the 1800s and work at the pasture-based farming level. Sustainable herd sizes. What if they come in and say, this herd of 5 is too big? Who gets to decide the size of a sustainable herd? But it's the same players here. They're going to want to take that role of the chairmanship to tell you, the farmer, us, the people eating, how much we can have or not have. And I like how they put the list in a backward order here of groups you probably haven't heard of too much. The Idaho Organization for Resource Councils, Friends of the Family Farmer, Farm Forward, Center for Food Safety. But where do they bury the list of, you see them every time on these agendas, bought and paid for, Sierra Club, right almost at the very bottom, so maybe you won't even see it. And when I see Organic Consumers Association looked in, that's just strong-arming your competition by legislation, probably through a lobby to close down any other avenues that might compete with your business. Illusionary causes to stifle competition. Because this herd is okay. Right where there's solar farms. Sheep down in New Zealand, methane, it's a crisis, got to get rid of the sheep. In America, you're allowed to have solar sheep, and I did not even know there was a term of such a thing. Sheep are ideal for controlling weeds and grass at solar farms, but they're not ideal for having you in a regular farm because then they're methane producers. But on a solar farm, they're awesome. Keeps the cost down, yearly maintenance down. 8 reasons why the world needs solar sheep. Connecticut solar developers. Green Skies Renewable Energy petitioning so they can use sheep to control vegetation at their solar farm. But wait, I thought these were such big methane producers, they must be eradicated. And the size of the sheep flocks, not minimal in any way, shape, or form. If there were no solar panels in here, these would be the same organizations pointing to those flocks saying, you got to get them off the field, they're methane producers. And this image here really shows up the wishy-washiness, how legislative lawmakers talk out both sides of their mouths. And speaking of being fed a giant one that was spoken of, U.S. farmers, you need to go to the carbon market. If you don't plant, we're going to give you $300 per acre. Sequester. Oh, wait, that's only $20 now. What happened to the other $280 that was promised to the farmers? Oh, it's in its infancy. It'll be robust as demand rises. So how many farmers do you think took acreage offline where they could have sold huge amounts with rising corn, soy, and wheat prices? $20 an acre, that's a pittance. When you're talking about thousands of dollars in revenue for that same exact acre. And staying on the USDA theme here, stewardship programs, the Conservation Reserve stands at around 20 million acres, we'll round it off. But they want to double that to more than 40 million acres. They term it as fragile farmland removed from production or reformatted, reforested. There's an enormous amount of terms that they use interchangeably. These like best sustainability practices. So they want to take farmland, reforest it, and once there's trees on it, you're never going to turn it back into farmland ever again. In perpetuity, you'll have to get exemptions from the USDA and licenses. It's just nearly impossible for farmers that convert that land over to ever get it back to use as farmland. Now, the Rural Energy for America program is offering grants and guarantees for upgrades to solar, different energy production on the farms, but at the same time, the reforestation section of the bill, if you're included in this, they're giving you a certain amount for tree planting. Now, in the U.S., they're looking for 1.6 billion trees and then another 100 million trees in neighborhoods. So the first question to ask, do you think it will be fruit trees and nut trees so we can have free food? I shouldn't have even asked the question. Because the Climate Stewardship Act right here, off the Agricultural Title I, goes into it in the different sections there. Reforest America Grant Program. All they're looking for is tree canopy cover. Undecided what types of trees, and I highly doubt they're going to be fruit trees. It's such a litigious society. Oh, a mango fell on my head. Oh, an apple. Slipped on an apple. Oh, give me your house. So I don't know how much fruit or nut is going to be produced freely for the world or even the United States by reforesting so much. And then off the American Action Forum, the goal of that platform is a little more in-depth explained here. American Forests, a nonprofit organization, is aiming to plant 4 billion trees on those same 16 million acres of North America by 2030, thereby rendering all that would-be farmland obsolete, off-limits, protected habitat zone, do not touch, do not farm, do not grow. And this in conjunction working with partner organizations. And you say, partner organizations, how many could there be for just tree planting? The 1 Trillion Tree Initiative from the World Economic Forum meeting in Davos. That I did not know, Trump issued an executive order establishing the 1 Trillion Tree Interagency Council to determine how the U.S. should implement this commitment. And I said, all right, anything that involves the World Economic Forum, there's an agenda behind it. And they even broke it down into regional hubs, United States, the Sahel, and North Africa, the Amazon Basin, and India. Very much like the North African Union, the North American Union, the Eurozone. These are biohabitation zones being formed. And they're taking a lot of farmland off production and they're limiting the amount of animals that can be used or raised in these areas. I personally don't think this planting the trillion trees is about canopy tree cover. I think it's the World Economic Forum going about it in a different way to implement their Great Reset, this time based on food availability. But all the links are in the description box below for you to take a look and do your own research. And at times like this, the number one thing you can do is learn how to grow food. That's a skill you can take with you anywhere you go. TrueLeafMarket.com and Adapt 2030. Heirloom and organic seeds for any grow zone on our planet. We're coming into springtime. Microgreens, regular garden. Doesn't matter what you grow. Learn how to grow. Start now. Improve your techniques and your efficiency. because as you see what's laid out in this video, they're coming after the food next. Economy was first. Now we're into the food phase in earnest. Thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of the video, and I'll see you next time.